In the Shadow of Football, the story of Meşinkarahisar. Hello everyone. Today, we'll talk about a mysterious people said to have lived in the Ottoman Empire, the Meşin, whose names are absent from official records, but who were known to live and breathe football for as long as they existed. To do that, we'll travel deep into the forgotten pages of history, to a strange and extraordinary city, Meşinkarahisar. By the late 1500s, this city near the eastern borders of the empire had built a culture entirely shaped by football. Here, football wasn't just a game, it was a way of life. Every neighborhood had its own football guild. Guild members would gather at dawn. Balls were hand-stitched by craftsmen. Boots were made with the help of young apprentices. The making of each ball was like a sacred ceremony. Everyone, from journeyman to master, took it seriously. Field lines weren't measured, but estimated with ropes held by referees. Goalposts were built in the morning by carpenters and taken down by evening. The rules, written at wooden tables. And when it came to disputes, players would present their case in a ritual called the VAR ceremony, using miniature boards to explain the positions. The final decision was made with the votes of sworn witnesses. Children would juggle balls in alleyways. Street games were everywhere. Even shopkeepers watched matches while serving customers. Every corner moved, every street played. Football wasn't confined to the pitch. It seeped into homes through board games. Kids and even adults became addicted to table football. There were also puppet shows and remote-controlled football entertainments. Journalists would ride giant birds, observing matches from the skies, scribbling notes in leather-bound notebooks. These airborne watchers chronicled not just the games, but the city's football soul. Away games meant week-long caravan journeys for players. Nights in Meşinkarahisar never rested. Under glowing lights, football matches would continue late. The crowd watched in sacred silence. Players entered the pitch with grand ceremonies, greeting the audience with respect. Football was life itself for the people of this city. Every detail, every ritual proved it. At player signing ceremonies, the whole town filled the square. With the arrival of abacuses, the first statistics began to be recorded. Women sewed football uniforms for their husbands and children, and they would proudly boast about their husbands' achievements to neighbors. In Meşinkarahisar, everyone, absolutely everyone, was part of football. Special royal boxes were reserved for the princes and the high state officials. Cafes became places where matches from the day before were passionately retold. Miniaturists illustrated goals for football magazines sold in those cafes. Shops sold boots, betting went on in back rooms, and libraries held tactical notebooks from old matches. Today, Meşinkarahisar exists on no map and in no textbook. But in the dusty pages of old archives and whispered legends, those who follow the ball's trail still feel the city's spirit. Perhaps the soul of football was truly born here. A heartfelt salute to everyone who loves football. From Meşinkarahisar. Presented by 90 Pixel.